And just like that, we're getting 7 different NBA champions in 7 years. This has never happened before. This is unprecedented territory. This is a reminder in analytics. That's a big reason why you come to this channel, right? Is my analytics knowledge and everything. But no, this is what we call a very rare instance in statistics. But you know, like everything, anything can happen at any single point. Our conference finals are set, and I just want to remind you guys what AVC, the intelligent man that I am, picked for his conference finals. I said Cavs Celtics, Thunder Timberwolves. Well, we got one side of it right, not so much the other side here. So we'll see. I definitely didn't pick the winner right or anything, but yeah, be it as it may, the conference finals are set. We've got the Timberwolves and Thunder going at it starting on Tuesday, and then Pacers Knicks on Wednesday. And I just want to get you all a quick video just kind of addressing my thoughts. I haven't been making as many videos about the playoffs themselves on my channel just because, like, look, there's a ton of channels you can go to for information like this, and it has a pretty short shelf life. I'm not the biggest channel in the world, and so I didn't want to put out too much of it. I did one for, like, every game last year in the playoffs. They didn't really get many views or anything, so I don't know, just kind of wanted to tune it back a little bit for the sake of time in the channel. But no, we've never had something like this before. We're 7 straight years a different team is going to win the finals. That's incredible. We did the video on the channel a couple weeks back where we were taking a look at like what it takes analytically to win a championship, and one of the things we walked away with is there's really not that many players that are capable of being the best player on a championship team, or at least that have proven it, right? We saw that over like the past like 25 years or 20 years, there's really like 7-8 names throughout that time. It's a bunch of LeBron, it's a bunch of Curry, it's Kawhi Leonard, right? There was some Kobe's, like a bunch of Tim Duncans in there. And otherwise, there's a couple one-off guys like a Dirk or a Kevin Garnett, Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, right? There's been a lot of one-off random ones. And this year is going to be another one of those. It's going to be like Anthony Edwards, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Brunson. And what's kind of funny is, like, when we were looking at the analytics in that video, we were trying to figure out which teams could analytically win the finals. One of the ones that was popping up that we were like, huh, interesting, was the Indiana Pacers. And I'm kind of like, oh, how funny that ended up working out. Funny enough, the Timberwolves were the only team not on that list that we created that are still here. So I wonder if that'll prove true by the end of this, if the analytics prevailed that we end up doing. I'll be very curious to see. But anyway, let's talk about these series really quickly. Quick shout out to the Nuggets, whose game just ended a little bit ago. You guys fought your asses off, man, and literally fought the other team at the end, which is kind of cool. I always like when teams go out with a little bit of a swing, because, like, you know, why the hell not? Enormous props to Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, who played their asses off this season, and a huge standing ovation to, like, one, Christian Brown, awesome player too, but like Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. So like Aaron Gordon, we like know the severity of his injury, right? Like he just did not look right in this game, and he still grabbed 11 rebounds in that game. Dude, like, clap for you. Phenomenal. Michael Porter Jr., I don't actually know if this story's been reported, but I just know this through my connections. Like, Michael Porter Jr. like had to have people put his jersey on throughout the playoffs because he couldn't lift his arms sufficiently enough to get it on. Like, we all saw dude was like wearing like a damn diaper on his shoulder the whole time, and you saw whenever he was running, that shoulder was just like dangling there. Like, oh man, y'all are gritty, man. I commend you guys the most. Like, true competitors, all the love to those guys. So shout out to them. But OKC and Minnesota match up again. This is going to be a good one. A lot of defense in this series, a lot of very scrappy and edgy basketball players. This is going to be a good one, right? And this time OKC's showing up with a few more, or a little bit more size than Isaiah Hartenstein, right? That was a big thing, that they really struggled to get some rebounds last year. This year, they're back. Minnesota's basically running it back with the same exact group, and pretty much the same for OKC, except again, they've added Hartenstein, who's been awesome for them. So this is going to be an awesome physical series. I think a lot of it's going to come down to the three-point shooting. J-Dub hasn't been like awesome throughout these playoffs, which, like, dude, like, this team is so young. Like, it's tough, right? It's really tough when people throw all these different types of game plans at you. Like, the Thunder are going to be so much better in the long run because of this. What I'm curious about is, like, can Minnesota drop an offense that, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you guys just aren't staring at so much white on my screen right now, but Can Minnesota draw up some offense, actually? Because OKC's going to have time to game plan a lot of things. Obviously, Ant has gotten a lot better at the playmaking side of things, but I don't think any players have to work as hard to get their buckets than like the Minnesota Timberwolves, because they just don't do really much at all. Like, it's just every time Anthony Edwards scores, he has to do so much to get himself some early looks. And I worry with all the defensive players on there. Oh, I didn't even mention Caruso's new on the team as well, so that's a big difference in and of itself. What a game he had against Jokic today. Funny enough, in terms of EPM numbers, that was the 100th percentile defensive player going up against the 100th percentile offensive player, and it proved just as entertaining as stats would have told us it would. But yeah, no, like, I just feel like they can throw so many different things at Ant, and they just don't have a ton of other creators to make things happen, that it could become difficult. Because, like, Randall's, like, debatably been one of the best players in these playoffs. Like, Jalen Brunson's been awesome as well, Halliburton, right? But Randall's been, like, the most consistent player for this team. Who are they going to put on him? I imagine it's going to be more of, like, a Lou Dort or something like that, is kind of what I would presume. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they like put like a Chet on like a Mike Conley or something like that, and just kind of have him float a little bit, because Mike Conley hasn't been doing much with the basketball. And then like once like a Naz Reid or something comes in, he'll kind of rotate more to a more natural guard, or a more natural like matchup or something like that. That's just kind of where my brain goes right away. But I don't know. This should be a really, really good physical series. I'm excited to see it. It's two scrappy teams. I live in Minneapolis. I'm not a Timberwolves fan, but I'm excited to see the city excited. Minnesota sports fans, you guys don't really get much ever, so I want to see good things happen for you, right? So if I had to make a prediction, give me the Wolves. I know I'm gonna take the Wolves in this one. I don't know why. I feel like we're gonna get something good out of Ant. I just really think we're gonna get something good out of Ant, and I just think that while both teams are deep, there's a little bit more consistency in the depth than the Timberwolves, so give me them in 7. I'm going 7. I think it's going to be really, really close. Moving on to the Pacers-Knicks right here. This one's interesting. The Knicks are one of the best like offensive rebounding teams, and the Pacers are like one of the worst. And so there's a big part of me that thinks that something as simple as that could be enough to where the Knicks kind of just like really demolish these guys through really brutal rebounding efforts. And that's just where my brain goes right away. But the Pacers, as we've said this whole playoff stretch, if you've been on the Discord, you've heard me talking about this a lot. The Pacers are the ultimate gimmick team, right? And I'm not trying to minimize them by that. This is strategic by them. They don't have as much talent as a lot of other teams on here, but what them and their coaching staff realizes is they're all really good at getting up and down the court, swinging the ball around really fast, and getting three-point shots up, right? And now they've had some ridiculous shooting games throughout this stretch, like hitting 60% of threes, taking like 30-some plus threes in games. It's insane, like the amount that they're getting up and hitting. But they know that that's their strength, and when a team that plays like that gets hot, it's like a giant boulder rolling down the hill. There's not much you can do to stop it at that point, and that's kind of the thing with the Pacers. Like, they're like, we're just going to keep doing our little gimmick here, and you guys are going to have to stop us, right? And the Knicks are pretty good about slowing things down, right? They've got a ton of defenders that they can throw at people. Mikal Bridges has been awesome. OG Anunoby's been awesome. And I have to wonder, like, do the Pacers have enough wings to really accommodate this? Because they've got guys that are, like, really outplaying themselves right now at the wing, and they're a little bit smaller as well. The Knicks have these big wings that they can throw at people that they'll play the whole game. I'm really excited to see the Andrew Nembhard versus Jalen Brunson thing. I think that's going to get heated. Nembhard's a ferocious defender. Brunson, potentially the best player left in the playoffs. Like, potentially, no, actually, that's Shea. Excuse me, I'm forgetting things really quick. But Brunson's been phenomenal, right? Like, he's outplayed Shea in the playoffs. I think that's probably fair to say. But no, it's going to be incredible. I think Tyrese Halliburton's going to have some big scoring performances, because one thing here is the Pacers are pretty good about like recognizing how their guards need to play. Like, whether it's like, okay, I've got like a smaller guard on me, I need to attack this right now. And if the Knicks try to do this thing where they kind of play that little bump off defense, where they give them a little bit of space in it, the Pacers are really good, and they're really used to getting into this swing offense where eventually if you keep switching like the Knicks kind of like to do at times, then eventually they're going to get an open three-pointer, right? Now you're kind of in their blender, and that's not where you want to be. But I don't know. Something just tells me I think the Knicks are kind of gonna manhandle them just a little bit. But Miles Turner's been awesome. Pascal Siakam is just like a quiet assassin for this team constantly. I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting, but I'm just excited that we have some new names. Like, one of these guys is getting their first championship. Anthony Edwards, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Tyrese Halliburton, and Jalen Brunson. If I could pick someone to win this series, give me the Knicks in 6. Give me the Knicks in 6. That's what I'm going to say here. I'm going to give some respect, but give me the Knicks in 6. And you know what? Your boy AVC probably going to be wrong about it, but I'm just excited, man. This is really, really cool. If you ask me who I was like rooting for, like I've got connections on, as far as like personal connections, just one of these teams, and that's Minnesota, right? Am I thinking through that correctly? I'm trying to think of people that I know, and I don't really know any of the players here or here. I don't think so. I don't think I know any Thunder players either, but I know some Minnesota dudes, and I know a bit of the coaching staff and everything. So I guess for personal reasons, I'm rooting for them, and it'd be cool to see it in the city. I'm not gonna lie, like, and love Ant, the whole face of the league conversation, right? That's a fun thing, but I'm going to be excited if any of these teams do, and I can't lie, like, if the Knicks won, that would just be great for basketball in general, right? Not going to lie, I love watching Timothy Chalamet right now get so excited on the sidelines. It's great, but I'd be happy with any of these teams, man. Basketball's in a great spot right now. There's a lot of balance, and I just hope that everybody can stay healthy. Knock on some wood that things can stay that way, but hey, just a quick video for you guys. Let me know who you think is going to win each series down below. I respond to every comment, and I'm going to keep on doing so. I'm going to try to do some maybe a little bit more coverage now that it's just kind of like one game a night or something. Maybe we'll do some live streams or something, get reactions. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate you guys as always. Thanks so much. Bye.